What's up, guys? We're sitting in the parking lot and we just watched Ratchet and Clank, the movie. They made a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you all about it.
You don't have what it takes.
Wait,
Next!
We'll discover a beautiful friendship. Maybe not beautiful, but definitely attractive. Like a 7.
my name's Ratchet. I'll just call you Clank.
So the movie based off the video game Ratchet and Clank.
It's PlayStation actually making a movie.
Yeah,
that was weird to see.
That was very weird to see in a movie theater. Is PlayStation Studios or whatever they said. I don't remember.
Yeah, something
exactly.
like that. PlayStation Entertainment or something.
Yeah. It's the first in a line of several that are going to be coming out. I mean, Sly Cooper being one that was slated for this year, but 2017 is now the current release date. I don't know when exactly.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was very much Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
made into a movie. The characters were the same, the jokes were the same, tons and tons of weapons, because that's one of the things that you want from a Ratchet and Clank movie is a whole bunch of weird weapons.
And you get exactly that.
You get tons of weird weapons.
I played a few of the games, and yeah, I think you played more than I have. And it's exactly. It was like
It's really similar.
I want to go play the game again.
Yeah.
And
It kind of made me wish that they made a TV series instead of the movie.
actually, yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah,
while I was
that'd be
watching
really
it, I
cool.
was like, man, if I was a kid, and whatever, I still watch cartoons, it doesn't really matter. But if I was a kid playing a video game or whatever, and they made a show of that video game that I liked, and it was like this movie, it would be my favorite show.
That happens a lot, though. They'll do the movie, and then eventually, like if it's a success,
Yeah.
it becomes a TV show.
That's true.
And especially in the area of kids movies. If you're expecting some highbrow humor,
Not there.
no, it's basically like a bunch of 13-year-olds sitting in a room trying to write dad jokes
Yeah.
and physical comedy. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
But it worked.
Yeah.
It definitely worked. There's a couple things I'll say. The beginning of the movie felt like the first 15 minutes felt like, okay, how are they going to turn this into a movie?
Yeah, where are they going with it?
Well, not even where are they going. It just felt like jumbled, and like it was just a bunch of I'm throwing this all at your face stuff. And it just didn't feel cohesive at all. It didn't feel like the beginning of a movie. And then once
It wasn't really, if you think about it. It was like kind of picking up. It felt like it was definitely picking up in between games.
yeah, it almost felt like that.
Yeah. Well, at least this time we won't have to worry about the game based on the movie being bad.
Right. True. One thing I will say too, and I don't know if you agree with this. I thought we saw it in 3D,
Yeah.
and I thought it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah. And there was a lot of times where you could actually take off the glasses, and I did. 'Cause
Yeah,
who doesn't sit there and
Yeah, I
do
did. I
that?
did too, where it looked normal.
And it was fine. We had to because we couldn't see it earlier, and if we were to watch it tomorrow, we would have had to wait till way later anyways.
But it's also it's also a movie that I thought might benefit from 3D.
yeah, like after watching the trailer for Kubo and the Two Strings,
Yeah.
that looks like it's
going to be amazing for 3D. But it just seemed like a movie that would be good.
Yeah.
The voice talent is really good in this movie. If you didn't know,
Was not expecting Paul Giamatti. You caught Sylvester Stallone, but I was assuming that it was like all original game, the voices from the original game.
Rosario
So,
Dawson
yeah.
is one of the characters. So the voice talent's really good. They do a great job. A lot of it's over the top, just like in the video game, though. I mean, it's
physical humor.
and the way they're speaking is obviously like huge exaggerations.
Oh, of course.
But it's fun. I mean, it's really made for people who are fans of the video game, made to create new buzz about the video games, because I'm sure there's going to be games coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And then just, I mean,
Have they made one for the PlayStation 4?
For kids who want to laugh and see shooting things
Yeah.
and spaceships and stuff.
So, I don't know. Do you know if they've made a PlayStation 4
I have no
Ratchet
idea.
and Clank yet?
Honestly, I
or
have
were
no
they
idea.
waiting for this to come out?
I don't know.
I don't know. I will buy a PlayStation 4 to play it
Right.
because they're fun.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Now we need Banjo-Kazooie to be a movie
Yeah.
because we have Angry Birds. So why not?
Why not?
What video game would you like to see be made into a movie that isn't currently slated to be made into a movie?
Yeah.
Put that down.
Pick one. Yours is Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie would be cool, I think.
That would be a cool movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go like Devil May Cry as a movie would be cool.
Well, yeah, I was thinking, going in the lines of that.
Oh, you think more like...
I was just, like that
more
was
like
my immediate thing of, like, thinking about, like, games that kind of look the same and have the same feeling in that case. But no, in general, broad sense, like, Devil May Cry would be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going what you're talking about, like...
I'm going off of what you're saying, but that was just that's where my mind went to get to that question.
But either way, if I had to pick one that was in a similar cartoony vein as Banjo-Kazooie or Ratchet and Clank, Crash Bandicoot. Bam.
Yes, that would be good too. But I'm gonna continue with your answer of Devil May Cry because I've thought that so many times.
That'd be sweet. As far as let's say who shouldn't see this movie. This is not. As far as animated movies, this is not. It's not Pixar. It's not Pixar, but it's also not as like. It's not Minions either.
No,
because Minions was really like targeting like little kids, and like this has action, it has humor, it has like over the top characters, and
so it's slightly older demographic than Minions and fans of Ratchet and Clank, and things like that, or at least some kind of fan. You don't even have to be the biggest fan to kind of enjoy it. If you have an understanding of how the game works, you'll like it at whatever age. It is definitely not for the person who's just like, I want to go see a Pixar movie. It's not going to make you cry. It's not going to play with your emotions. And it is very dumb. But I'm not saying that in a negative way.
It's even different than like a normal Disney movie too.
Yeah.
It's not quite that like fantastical fairy tale. I mean, it's very much like
a series of cutscenes.
A series of cutscenes from a cartoon outer space video game. It really feels like that. I was
imagining waiting for it to be over to play a level real quick, and that would have been awesome if that would have existed.
Now, for some people, for some of you, that might sound like a terrible thing, but for us, I was entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to get this on Blu-ray, but I was definitely entertained.
I wasn't 3D price of a movie ticket entertained.
Yeah, definitely
not.
But
I am never 3D price of a movie entertained. Yeah. Rarely. Star Wars.
So, I mean, if you've already seen, like, everything that's, like, you really want to see that's out in the theaters right now, and you just feel like going to a movie.
Like what we do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad movie to go see. It's definitely fun. That being said, do you like, tell us about the video games that you'd like made into movies.
Yeah.
Tell us if you're planning on seeing this movie or if you've played Ratchet and Clank and you like it.
And then coming up Tuesday,
we'll be doing a
Critique the Critics on there. I am interested to see what critics are going to say. When that pops up, we're going to have that right up in here.
Yeah.
Just popping up on your screen.
And as always, we appreciate you guys liking and sharing this. And I hope you guys keep checking our stuff out. And if there's any movies specifically that you want us to see, or you want do a review on, or do a Critique the Critics on,
let us know.
And we'll do our best to get them done. Yeah. All right.
I have nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say at all.
Yeah. So until we see you guys next time,
geek out and game on.